Thank you, Yvette, and thank you everybody for joining us for our Friday weekly sessions. I'm going to give you a few more resources, and as Yvette said, if you have any questions, please feel free to type them in. We do record these sessions, and they will be uploaded to our YouTube channel within probably the coming days, maybe over the coming weeks. So I appreciate your patience. We have probably about a month of videos that will be making their way to the YouTube channel. But in the meanwhile, if you have not already been over to autochartist.com, let me walk you through the website and show you where some of the past replays are being stored, and also share with you some of the other resources available right from the site. So if you head on over to autochartist.com, you should see that on your screen right now. All right. If you go to the About Us link over in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, it will take you to this page you'll see here in front of you. To the left, there's a series of links, and one of the links is called Events. Now, it's the event link on the left side that you will want to click on. Once you've clicked on that event link, again, under the About Us column on the left side of the page, it will bring you to yet another page with a calendar on it, and you will see a link that reads Recordings of Past Events. The Recordings of Past Events lists a number of events that we've had here at AutoChartist, and you can download, I believe they are WMV files. You can download the file and keep them on your desktop. Okay. So with all that in mind, we will be transferring the replays over to our YouTube channel. Now, the YouTube channel that we have for now houses a number of videos from our intro series. Now, I don't know how many of you have seen our intro series. If you have demoed the platform in the past, you've probably been emailed these links. And if you've never seen the 6-video intro series, you can view those at youtube.com/AutoChartist. Or you can simply do a search for AutoChartist at YouTube. Another AutoChartist YouTube channel, and this was more kind of my personal YouTube channel where I was uploading a couple of videos in terms of the way that I use AutoChartist. I will caution everybody, while the lessons are applicable to chart patterns in general, these are older videos using the older version of the platform, and therefore I really don't publicize this much, but I really do feel that the lessons themselves are still extremely beneficial and applicable when I talk about time frames and particular patterns and quality indicators and so forth. That is available at youtube.com/AutoChartistU, as in AutoChartist University. We've transferred the university videos over to the Trader community, by the way. And again, I hope you understand the reason we share all these resources is because inevitably you will have questions. We do meet up here once a week. Of course, you can contact tech support at autochartist.com. But our Trader community link, which was something that was a big part of the autochartist.com redesign, having this community, having this support system, having articles and videos available in one place, having the research, the daily research that the AutoChartist analysts create each and every day, they're all available under the Trader community. So education, research, product and technical support, product facts, the manuals that Yvette was referring to earlier in our talk are all available if you head on over to autochartist.com and click on the Trader community. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and start our presentation for today. The topic is trading sideways markets using chart patterns. I'm going to show you how I do that. We're going to talk about the AutoChartist platform. We're going to talk a little bit about the PowerStats overlay. By the way, I'm going to utilize, and if you have a request for either platform, of course, the benefit of being here live is you can ask me to do so. I'm going to go ahead and utilize the MT4 plugin. And if you recall, last week we talked at length about this plugin. Today I'd like to get back into some market analysis and education. But I don't know how many of you had a chance to go ahead and download the new plugins. And what you're looking at right now on your screen is my typical quad setup. On the upper left-hand side, I have a chart with the PowerStats overlaid right on the chart. We have the AutoChartist running on two charts, and I'll explain that in a moment. And then I have my wave and grab candles on the lower left-hand side. So if you do have any questions or want to discuss the standalone web-based AutoChartist platform, please let me know. I'll be happy to bring that up. But my assumption is most of you probably like to keep an eye on your MT4 for most of the day. That's where you scan for the different opportunities that you're going to possibly take advantage of. That's where you will likely also be entering your trades. So my assumption is that most of your day is going to be focused on this view, some sort of view of your MT4. And obviously, for those of you that are trading through a broker partner that does not offer MT4, I'm not sure if we have many any longer. Almost every broker, even those that did not offer MT4 in the past, have begun to offer MT4. And obviously the popularity of this platform is the reason that AutoChartist even has these plugins. As I mentioned last week, the way I initially was introduced to AutoChartist was on a search for chart pattern automation, and I came across the MT4 plugin for AutoChartist. So I actually was introduced to AutoChartist through the plugin, and I'm very fond of having the plugin on my charts. So now that the plugin looks more like the standalone platform, I think you have, in many ways, the best of both worlds. Let me get into a couple of details about the setup here in front of you as we discuss non-trending chart patterns. And I'm going to go ahead and minimize these two charts here on the left, and we'll vertically tile the two AutoChartist charts that I have on my MT4. So first of all, in terms of the actual setup on my charts, I actually recommend two different charts with the AutoChartist, one dedicated to the emerging patterns, and I'll show you how I do that. I actually activate the AutoChartist plugin, and what I do on the custom indicator properties for AutoChartist is what I'll do is I'll go ahead and scroll down to change two things. There's two settings that I will change. One is the pattern count. I'll usually increase that to 2 or 3, and I will scroll down further to the two settings that say filter showing completed and filter showing emerging. One of them, in this case, because this is an emerging patterns focus, I'll put true next to the emergings variable. As the value, I will put false next to the completed variable under the value. You see that? So I basically differentiated having one chart focus on the patterns that are still under development, that have not yet broken through the lines and levels of that alert, versus the complete patterns, which you see on the right side of the platform, which are those patterns that have already broken through the pattern. And therefore, I also get the benefit of the breakout reading and the forecast. Okay, so there's some additional information, obviously, on the completed side. This should seem very familiar because